like, I
There
just
we
see
go.
stream starting soon.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like,
refreshed,
let's
and I was like,
refresh.
wait a minute. So I unmuted.
No.
I'm like,
I hit the wrong button. Everyone heard us, but they did not see
Okay,
us.
so they heard us.
Yes.
That's fine. That's better than the
Welcome
alternative.
to our faces as well.
Hi, we were talking. Everyone starting will go Katie, Ashley, Danny, Nick, Hailey. Introduce your character, their name, their hunter class, and like one thing about them. Just so if anybody didn't tune in last week, they can get an idea of your character. Katie.
So I am playing Weston, who is a 17-year-old pimply teenage boy. He is the Flake. So I am cool and charming and sharp. I am very not tough. That is Scotty's purview. I skateboard. Mary Sue is kind of my pseudo mom. Yeah, I volunteer at the local library. Just kind of, kind of the outcast a little bit, but kind of, the cool outcast a little bit. Kind of keep it to myself. What can you do?
Ashley?
I am Deanna, and she is the expert, so she is very much a bookworm and a bit of a know-it-all, and your typical angsty 16-year-old that always has to be right and is never wrong.
Danny?
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Mary Sue.
Mary Sue?
She is a pretty typical Midwestern super mom. She's got her family, 2 kids and a husband, her sweet Bobby.
Babby.
And her hobbies include dropping the kids off with Bobby for the night and going out and staking out the cornfields.
Nick?
I'm sorry. We just got a subscriber. Celtic Boar. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
My turn.
Yep.
I am Nick. I am playing Scotty, who is Nick, just a different era. Kind of.
Alternate dimension, Nick.
Oh yeah. He's a kind of a hermit. Lives on his own. Yeah, I'm playing the Wronged. Not much is known about Scotty, except for that he lives out on the edge of town, drives a really nice Firebird, and he served in Vietnam. That's it.
And sometimes he goes for tea at our next player's house.
Hi, my name is Hailey. I'm playing Doc, the Spooky, and Doc is looks like they're in their mid late 20s, early 30s. She lives in a little house with her partner. They've been married for about 10 years. She is kind of awkward, kind of anxious. She is very tall, very soft looking, but she's a very like plain dressing person. She loves to work at the farmer's market. That's about like what she does with her days is tend to her gardens and just stay at home while her partner goes off and is a professor at a nearby college.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll do a quick recap of last week. We're not going to go too crazy because mostly we just went over the rules. And everybody watching, first time for me running Monster of the Week, first time for most of them playing Monster of the Week. You guys aren't really rules lawyers in chat anyway, so I don't think we're going to have a problem. We're winging it. I'm winging it, and everybody's along for the ride. So last week we introduced the town of, Nick, what's the town's name?
Hunterton Townsville.
Yeah, Hunterton Townsville. It's somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s. Not necessarily in this dimension. Do you know what I mean? Not everything is on par with what happened. It's a remote small village. It's a mountain town that's about a 12,000 population. Everybody here meets together once a week on Wednesdays at the local library. They have a chat room online that they run called, anyone remember?
Phantom Finders.
Phantom Finders, where they look for paranormal, extraterrestrial, anything unexplained. They've had a few run-ins, very minor, nothing with substantial evidence over the years. They've been meeting for about a year. And then yesterday, or actually tonight, because we're going to be jumping in the same day, the same night, they had an influx of chat. What are they called? AIM users messaging about something big happening, people having premonitions. They had an email sent to them saying something big is happening in 5 days. Deanna went immediately and looked up events that happened in the surrounding area in past years, and Weston started researching things on the internet. They came to the conclusion that there is a Celtic holiday that is coming up. It's not well known. It's not known to be celebrated. There's no name for it, but there has been two recorded cases of unexplained deaths associated with this holiday in the surrounding area. And one of them, if you guys remember, they were found with musical instruments. That was the most recent one, but that was about 150 years ago. While they were doing that, Scotty and Doc were outside smoking some doobies, and they saw some really disturbing, hard to decipher fresh graffiti that seemed to display crowds of people falling into some sort of chasm with a very disturbing cacophony of a mess above them. And this was also after Doc had a bit of a premonition of her possibly being buried alive. So this is where we're going to pick up. Everybody had reconvened. Not everybody had shared the information with each other yet. That's kind of where you guys were at. You have about 20 minutes left on your room reservation. Remember, there is 2 computers. One of them is private and one of them is one of them is in the private room. The other one is like in the common area. And that's meant for quick research, things like that. So you guys have 20 minutes left on the room before your time is up. And it's a Wednesday night, meaning Weston and Deanna have school in the morning. Mm-hmm. Mary Sue needs to get her kids to school in the morning. And I don't know about the others. I don't know if they do farmers markets on Thursdays. You decide when they do the farmers markets, probably on Saturdays. But Deanna and Weston, you do have curfews since it is my dogs are going crazy. You do have curfews since it is a weekday evening. Usually you meet from 6:30 to 7:30 for the Phantom Finders. Your parents like you home by 8:30 to start getting ready for bed. It's a loose curfew for both of you, but it is important this week specifically because you have exams coming up on Thursday and Friday, because next week is a spring break. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I mean, I will say Mary Sue probably has a crippling caffeine addiction.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I love
Probably.
Yeah. So we pick back up with Weston and Deanna collaborating with their information, and Doc and Scotty had just filled in Mary Sue about Doc's vision and about the graffiti they saw. So we will start with the 2 children.
So, deaths.
You almost went into an accent.
I did.
Yeah.
I started
Yeah.
with one
Yeah.
single word.
Yeah.
One word.
She's about to do a roguish accent again.
I know. I was just like, okay, let's be a wee bit Irish here now. Okay.
Weston.
Weston,
Okay.
have you been in the Jameson?
Right.
I love that that's your go-to RP voice.
I know. It's so bad. So, death. What I'm reading about is death. Death is not.
Well, duh. I mean, it says mass suicide.
Yeah,
Death.
but it's not like anybody here is going to kill themselves. So what? Why would we need to worry about this? I mean, this isn't a cryptid. Why would we need to worry about it? I mean, nobody's spiking the Kool-Aid.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's a cryptid.
That's causing mass suicides.
Yeah, but they look fine. They're just wind up dead on top of a mountain. I mean, how is that not a cryptid?
With random musical instruments around them.
Well,
Because that's what I do
there's
when
a holiday
I'm
coming
gonna
up.
go find a cryptid. Is I take my lute out with me.
Ooh, I bet there was a loot in the pile of music because you know what? I bet it's some kind of like Celtic fae thing, probably because of the music, and they have, I don't know, maybe it's like a Pied Piper thing. I don't know, but it's a Celtic holiday that's coming up in 5 days, so it's probably has to do with like Celtic fae something or other, like maybe a Pied Piper that like they dance till
You
they're
think
dead.
music
I
can
don't know.
fight it or something? Well, if so, then they did a bad job.
No, I think the music is part of the thing that killed them.
Okay, so stay away from music. Tell Scotty to not play music in his car. That's your job. That's your
You
job.
try telling Scotty not to play music.
You're the one who's going to be in his car.
Yeah, he'll just turn it up.
The
Well, then that's on you.
The adults, you've probably reconvened at this time. Are you going to go in as you see these two arguing through the class? What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna give them a minute. They have to learn how to work through things by themselves.
What if they found good information?
Scotty busts in the door.
Yep.
What are you fighting about?
Fair enough.
We're not
You
fighting.
playing music, which is going to kill everybody.
Yeah. What?
I mean, we
See-
know his
see what I
taste in
said?
music
He
isn't
is
the
the cryptid.
best, but
Scotty, you're
what
the
do you
cryptid.
mean?
We figured it out.
So there's a holiday coming up, and it's gonna kill people.
The holiday's
Holiday.
gonna kill
yes,
people.
the holiday is the cryptid. That's what she's discovered. No. Yeah.
Or some cryptid that is part of the holiday.
So basically, what we've discovered is word vomit. That in 5 days there's a Celtic holiday. There have been lots of mass suicides. Everybody is warning us that something is coming within 5 days. People are saying that they can't get here in time, and Weston is trying to not hyperventilate at this point, and everybody is saying that something is coming and that we have to be careful. And nobody knows exactly what it is. People have had visions at this
Got
point.
mail.
Did you
Huh?
just refer to
Second.
yourself in the third person?
No, that was me saying that Weston is trying to not hyperventilate.
That was all in character. It's,
Yeah.
it's canon now.
I'm sure at some point
Smart
while
aleck.
he's trying not to hyperventilate, Deanna would be like just like a slight tap.
Weston, honey,
Breathe.
pull a water bottle out of my purse and hand it to him, and kind of like turn his face back to the computer with the mail.
Do you have a paper bag in there?
I just put the
Do I have a
the
paper
water
bag?
bottle
Bag of
down and I
holding.
start going back to messages, and I just am messaging like, okay, you had a vision. Tell me, when was this vision? How long ago was this vision? Any details you can give me about this vision? You said you, and to the other person, you said you can't get here fast enough. How far away do you live? What timeline do you have? Just
And this
replying to
is
all these people.
in the Phantom Finders AIM messenger specifically, yes?
There and the email, because you
Okay.
said that there were messages in both of them. So I'm
You had
basically-
one significant email, the rest were junk.
okay.
And you had one from the Phantom Finders fan group that was just telling them how much they love you guys.
Yeah.
So you start typing that all in chat and you get the notification that you did receive an email. Do you check it?
Of course.
It is the email that you sent back to the unidentified person it was sent back to you saying
Mail or
email
DM?
address not found.
They emailed us back, right?
No.
But
No.
there's a thing.
But it says we got
This-
mail.
This means that this email doesn't exist. So either there's some kind of genius, maniac, hacker person thing that managed to email us from an email that doesn't exist, or some kind of weird magic thing is happening. I don't know what's going on.
Couldn't they have just deleted the? Is that not a thing?
How do you delete an email?
I don't know.
What's an email?
Delete your account? But why would they just make that to send it to us? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
That seems like a lot of effort for
Right?
nothing.
Yeah.
Why would they want to warn us but then not be available to respond?
Seems pretty cryptic.
Like, Doc, you make a really good point.
Maybe they are cryptid. Are emails cryptid?
What did the email on the original email? What is the email? Like, what's the name?
What was the actual email address?
It was a series of unintelligible
Oh.
numbers and letters put together.
Well, that's
what
very
I
helpful.
thought, but I couldn't remember for sure. Okay. Then
Hailey,
I'm just back in the chat
hold
room.
on 1 second. You don't have to lean in. You have a good microphone, so I can hear you from.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use this microphone.
Now you do, and it's a good one. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good, babe.
You're
you're
good.
good that way. Plus, I'm sure that sucks having to do that every time.
Just automatic.
Yes, we want you to have good back feelings.
Yeah. Protect your neck.
Strong back muscles.
As the Wu-Tang Clan would say, protect your neck. You do get one response in the group, in the AIM messenger, and it's from Phantom Finder fan club. And they say, they were sending some, hey, there's something big happening, right? They respond back and say, I don't know what happened. I didn't send those messages. I promise. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. Please respond to my email. And they just keep sending like, you guys are amazing. That wasn't me. Is something happening? Do you guys need help? I don't live in the area. Can I do anything for you? Like, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I totally am on like fan service mode for about 30 seconds though. I'm definitely like, thank you so much for being a fan. Yes, we're dealing with something right now. I'll get back to your email just as soon as I'm able. Thank you so much. We really appreciate.
Look into all the leads I sent you. I'm pretty sure that Bigfoot was sighted in the area. I swear. And attached is like this really grainy. Can they even attach emails? We're gonna say they could. They could attach pictures. This really grainy, like taken when, God, they didn't even have cell phones. Taken on like a Polaroid, and then that was scanned
Oh
and
man.
then
Just
uploaded.
black and white bubbles.
It's black and
yeah.
white. It looks like a hot mess. Nothing discernible.
It loads like this, and we have
Yeah.
to wait for like 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
I know, I'm just like waiting for it to load. Uh-oh, our time is almost up. I'll load it next time. Thank you.
Wait, let me see the keyboard. Let me see the board thing. Let me see that. And I take the keyboard away, and you see
No.
Scotty just.
Ah.
We're gonna be
And then I
Scott,
hit,
honey,
you
we're
can
almost
break
out of
it.
time.
hang on, and I hit enter, and you just see what / / / / / / question mark, and then send. There.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Look, you all are taking this way too. The computer thing sent us messages. Great, fantastic, whatever. We're not going to find anything here. We might as well just wait 5 days. When something shows up, I'll kill it. It'll be fine.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. I do think that we probably have reached our max of finding out anything tonight. you kids certainly shouldn't. We'll keep this in mind. We'll keep our eyes open, especially those of us who don't have to be in bed in an hour-ish. You have tests tomorrow. They're super important.
Deanna, your mother will be really mad if we don't get you home soon.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta find a
That's
different
fine.
nickname for her.
Yeah, the kids go home. The rest of us go back to my place. I'll break out some Jack Daniels and we'll just drink all night. Why not?
Because
We
then my
will.
parents will crawl up my butt and not let me not hear about it if
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying you go
go
home.
study and take a test.
You go home.
You are one of the children,
The
honey.
children go home. The adults
I didn't hear him say children.
go adult.
Yeah.
I was too busy stuck on the fact that he thinks a computer sent the message and not a person on the other side and another computer sending the message.
Don't. It's.
Do you have any salt in your purse?
Do I have any salt in my purse?
Guys.
Yes, Hildy?
Yes, Tildy.
Tildy?
Your time's up, and I don't want you. I don't want you to get yelled at. But your time's up.
We were just packing up.
Okay. But like, can you do it like quickly? She's really in a
Yes.
mood. She's
Of course,
in a mood today.
Tildy. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're the best, Tildy.
You mean the sun baked alligator purse that's out there? You think she's getting mad at us? Yeah, you like that one, didn't you? You can keep it.
You were oh, that's funny. At first, I thought you were talking about an actual purse.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh.
I might be.
I'm not gonna tell her you said that.
She might be a purse. Who knows?
Probably for the best.
Thank
Okay.
you, Tildy. We'll be out in just 2 seconds.
Okay. And will you clean up, Weston, would you mind cleaning up all the paper that you put into little balls? Because it's my job to. No, you know what? I'll clean it. It's fine.
I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up. Of course.
I'm sorry. It's my job. It's fine. I'm sorry.
No, I would be more than glad to.
Okay. It's not. Like if you're
Tildy,
if it's
go. We'll clean up. He'll clean up. Weston will clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck on your exams tomorrow. I know they're important.
Thank you.
Bye, Tildy.
It's okay. I'll see you on Saturday, Weston, for your when you volunteered. You know, you volunteered here. Okay. And she turns and walks away.
You spend your
Weston, is she
Saturdays
hitting on
here.
you?
You spend your Saturdays
I think-
here.
Judge him.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
It's- Oh.
Weston,
Yeah.
I think she's into you.
Oh my gosh. We're not
Gross.
doing this. Clean up the paper. I have to get him home. You need to go home.
I'm immediately on the floor, just picking up all the paper as fast as possible.
You
I
were
come
asking
over and
about
help you.
salt. Can I roll to see if I have salt in my purse?
If you have salt, I'm sure you probably have packets.
Those little Wendy's
Yeah.
packets. They're
Yeah,
like that
you
big.
That's what I was
Picked up
imagining.
from IHOP and stuff.
From like
Yeah.
from Arby's or some sort of breakfast place.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's sweet and low. Oh, that's also sweet
You
and
have
low.
everything. You've determined that you have a bag of holding, basically.
I take the little packet of salt, I tear it open, and I like fling the salt at Scotty.
Why?
I was making sure he wasn't possessed.
You couldn't have waited till we were outside.
It's just a little bit.
Or
it's not
Tildy
that much
has to
salt.
vacuum in here. What is Rick? Give me
She's
that. I
gotta
take the
vacuum
paper
anyway.
scraps. Put them back in my purse. Scott,
I'm just making
would you
him look
take
extra salty.
take your lovely protege home, please?
Yeah, Deanna, let me give you a ride home.
Yeah, and then we can talk about how to pack rock salt into shotgun shells.
Oh my god.
You know that
Excellent.
doesn't actually work, but let's just go. Let's just go.
I'll see you guys later. Get home safe.
You all hear us go outside, and you hear Watchtower get cranked from the Rockford Fosgate stereo system in the Firebird and
Which version of Watchtower, though?
the Stones.
You pull out these winter earmuffs in the hopes that it'll block out the sound, even though it's probably springtime.
Yeah. So you're giving Deanna a ride home. Mary Sue, are you giving Weston, or Weston, does your mom come pick you up usually?
Mary Sue.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Are we still going back to
are you guys going
Scotty's?
back to Scotty's place?
Sure, if you want to.
I can give you a ride out to Scotty's place if you would like to join us, Doc.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I will tell Bobby that something important came up. He knows the drill. It'll be fine. I'll just make extra strong coffee for my tea in the morning. It'll be fine.
She slips you a $5 to go get a coffee on the way to school.
Thank you.
In the 90s, that's like 50 coffees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
$20. Yeah.
Oh,
Now it can barely get you one.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody leaves. You see Miss Franke just like at the library stand, just like drumming her fingers, eyeing you guys as you walk down.
I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna pull out an apricot muffin and just put it as an offering
She just
On
kind
the
of looks
desk.
at it and like,
as I usher them out.
what is?
Good night, Frank. We love you. They leave.
And then she's immediately distracted by some teenagers making ruckus. And the library closes in 30 minutes. And she goes and tries running after them. And you see Tildy bringing a little vacuum to clean up all the salt out of the room.
Mhm.
These damn kids. I swear.
We get on Deanna's block, and I'm driving on the block. I'm like, unbuckle your seatbelt.
Oh no.
Unbuckle your seatbelt. Unbuckle her seatbelt. And then I open, then I open her door, and then like I saw her like 5 miles per hour, and then I push her out onto her yard, and then I drive off.
As he's driving away, I just
All right.
oh.
Hey, Mary Sue, you giving Weston a ride home?
Yep. I carefully pull into the driveway.
Oh, as soon as we are in your van, I am like, Doc,
What?
you were talking about something weird.
What are you talking about?
You were talking about something weird.
What are you referring to? You were talking about weird stuff.
Well,
Music,
of course I
flying
was. You saw the
instruments?
messages that we were getting. You were talking about. Katie doesn't remember exactly what I overheard last time, but I overheard part of your vision. But
I think you heard the last part of it because you did overhear some of it. Like, I think something bad might happen to me if you can't find me. Look below.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So look below what? What are we supposed to look below?
Well, you know how sometimes I have those crazy anxiety attacks? I think I was just having one of those.
I
just
telling you
felt-
I have pills for that in my purse, honey.
Anxiety doesn't do that.
She gives a glare. Listen. I just felt like there was a really heavy feeling on my chest. And if for whatever reason in the near future, say 5 days from now, you can't find me, and I don't know, look below you. That's all I meant.
Why?
When we get to a stop
I was
sign,
just-
I'm gonna turn to Doc. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna face Weston and be like, you stop it. He has a test tomorrow. We're done with this tonight.
He asked.
Look at me, Weston. We're done.
Okay, why are we acting like I'm a simpleton?
I'm not, but you have a test tomorrow and I would hate for your mom.
Listen, if you
So
get
we're allowed
an
to
A,
act like
if you
this from 6:30 to 7:30, but as soon as we pass 7:30, we're not allowed to talk about weird stuff. Is that
Not
what
the
it
night
is?
before a test, because I would like to have some semblance of a nice relationship with your mother.
if you get an A on your test tomorrow, I'll tell you exactly what I meant.
Don't bribe him.
Hey,
He's gonna get
I am
an
all
A.
about this. I'm gonna stay up all night studying. Cool. Thank you, Doc.
I don't have children. I don't know how to deal with this.
All right,
Never
so-
giving you a
It's
ride
okay.
again.
I was gonna get an A anyhow. I'm a good student. I'm a nerd.
That's what I was gonna tell her.
Listen, Mary Sue, you're my best friend. Just let me have this one moment. Weston never asked me questions.
But
Weston, please don't
But,
freak out your
Doc.
mama. You know how she gets.
I just want you to know that the only reason I ask is because I don't want bad things to happen to you.
I know, and I appreciate you.
I
But
want you to be okay.
I will be okay, I promise. Just do well on your test, and everything will be fine. School first.
And as you pull up
Doc
to
turns around and
Weston's-
rolls her eyes.
as you pull up to Weston's house, Weston, you can immediately tell by the lights being turned off on the front, smoke coming out of the chimney, not to worry, and almost like a eerie, like reddish orange light coming from inside the house, that your mom is held up in her room and has turned off all the lights and is because you said she has a room that nobody's allowed in, correct?
Mhm.
Just like Doc, right? You have your
Yeah.
own room. It's one of those times to where she's gonna be in that room. Sometimes it's for a couple hours, sometimes it's for a couple days, and you might not see her. And you know she either is working, you don't know, I'm not sure if she's doing spells. There's something that she's doing in there trying to get at the root of something. And that's where she does it the best, is when she holds up in her room, has very little stimulation, and you can tell immediately by the state of the house that that is what is going on.
Well, it looks like Mom knows something that's up too.
Try your best not to freak your mother out. We don't know what's going on. We're going to keep our eyes open.
At this point, I'm just hoping she doesn't neither of us freak the girls out. We both do our best to keep everything from the girls, so we'll do good. Okay.
Just
For
let us
whatever
know if you need
reason-
anything.
Yeah, well, for whatever reason, something's going on with Mom, call me.
Yeah, Mom's got it handled. Mom's got it good.
Okay.
She's great at this. So,
Okay.
but thank you.
Well,
I appreciate you guys both, really. And thank you, Mary Sue.
you are very welcome, honey.
I hate
Have a
being
good night
teenager.
and good luck on your test.
School sucks.
Yes, it does. Just get through it.
Okay, fine. Okay, good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
So is Doc and Mary Sue, are you gonna go to Scotty's house?
I'm gonna swing by the house real quick, pop in, fill in Bobby real quick, and be like, "Hey, it's one
You
of those
go in the
nights."
house and you hear things breaking, children screaming,
Yeah.
Bobby going, no, 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 not that, oh, and then something crashing, and he's just like, he's got macaroni and cheese on the front of his shirt. There is water on the stove that's boiling over.
Doc looks petrified.
You stay in the front room, honey. This will just take 2 seconds as I make purposeful mom steps into the kitchen.
And Bobby looks more scared than the children at you coming in.
Bobby,
Oh, sweetie, welcome. Hi. Back already.
have they had anything to eat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that 5 that she gave me. I'm going to hand it to him. Get a pizza, clean the mess up, put the kids to bed. I will be home late.
You're leaving.
I will be back.
He looks
Be in
like
the
he's about to
kitchen.
cry.
You will be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm what? I'm fine. Pizza? Yeah. It's like a reward.
Can I use my telepathy to help him feel better?
What do you do?
What?
What do you do?
So I can read his thoughts, and so I know exactly how he's feeling. And so I put words in his mind that everything's okay and that he has this under control. And then
Is
he's
it
actually
your voice?
no, it's himself. It's
Okay.
he hears himself.
It's fine. I'm fine.
You got this. Take
Yeah.
a deep breath. I'm gonna turn on my heels. I'm gonna look at the kids.
He just goes like this for a hug though, first.
Give him a hug. I
You
imagine him being slightly shorter than me.
definitely wear the pants in this relationship.
Yeah.
You turn towards the kids.
River. Why do I feel like you're the instigator in this? One night. I ask you not to terrorize your father.
Didn't even Dad tried to feed us raw macaroni and cheese. Like, what does he want to kill us?
Your
Like,
father
does
works
he-
at a grocery store. I think he knows how to work macaroni and cheese, but you mess with his mind.
What? No. Raw pasta will make kids vomit. Everybody knows that, Mom.
Bobby, you go ahead and you get the anchovies that you like on the pizza, okay, honey?
Ew, those are fish, right?
Yeah, they are. They're good for your brains.
I'm gonna starve in this household, and River starts storming up the stairs because I imagine you have a two-story house.
Yep. Cool. He doesn't eat the anchovies. He doesn't eat tonight. That's fine. We'll give him an extra muffin in the
Okay.
morning.
Okay, you will be home to take the. You're right.
I will be home to take the children to school.
I will make extra strong batch in the morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll bend down and I'll give Natty a kiss on her forehead.
Yeah, she
My
looks
baby.
like not knowing what's going on. You know.
Let's go,
Pizza?
Doc. You get pizza, honey. And I will leave with Doc.
Tell me again how you deal with this every day.
Sorry, it's
keep
really not
leaning
that
forward.
difficult.
Okay.
You'll break the habit eventually.
All right, you guys taking off to Scotty's?
Yeah.
Yep.
You get there. We're not going to role play every car ride.
Yeah.
You know where Scotty lives? He lives maybe like 15 to 20 minutes on the outskirts of town.
Scotty's already sitting there. He's probably got like a 6-pack deep Coors Light sitting on his front porch.
Coors Light or Coors Original?
It's definitely original. Sorry, you are correct. It is Coors original.
I knew you made a character
Yes.
Yeah.
error there.
Yes, I did. But there is Hank Senior playing on a on a turntable. As you all pull up,
Hank Sr.
Hank Senior.
Yeah.
Yes. This character's becoming more and more like me every time we play.
Kind of sounds like me.
But you all pull up. He's just sitting there, and he's just like, "Oh, well, hi. I didn't think you all would actually come."
Doc's. Sorry.
Welcome.
Doc's not really a drinker, but she just walks past him and walks straight into the house and says, "I need a drink," and goes to the kitchen.
You find Coors Original and Black Velvet. That's it.
That's about what I expected.
It's horrible.
I was going to say old granddad almost.
She picks up the Coors Light and she cracks it open and takes a sip and
It's
makes
gnarly.
a weird face, but then continues to drink it.
Do you want a drink?
As she pulls a little flask out of her purse, I am good, thank you.
Okay. All right. Good on you.
I give you one guess as to what is in that flask.
Tequila.
Yep.
Doc
choice.
nods and just sits down.
So, you're real freaked out. The kids are freaked out.
Yeah, I'm freaked out. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, I was more referring to the.
I did not have a breakdown.
I didn't say you had a breakdown.
You were thinking it.
I was not. So I drink out of my flask.
So what are we gonna do? What can we do?
I think it's time I tell you guys something.
Mm-hmm.
I receive certain flashes of the future sometimes, and sometimes they are good things, and sometimes they are not so good things. What I experienced today was one of those.
So you get a gut feeling.
No, I made a deal a long time ago. And because of this deal I made many years ago, I can sometimes see the future and do other things.
A deal with somebody in England?
I was in England when I made
Is
it.
that the
yes.
reason you're over here? Did you make some kind of sketchy deal? Are you okay? Are you on the lam? Scott, what do you know about this?
Scott knows nothing. Anything I've told him was not anywhere near this depth. I can read your minds occasionally.
What am I thinking right now?
You can't drink the rest of the 6-pack.
Yeah, I can.
And Mary Sue, you are correct. Your son is not sleeping in bed.
I
He
know.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, I know that. I've got the gut feeling. I'm a mother, for God's sake.
Yeah, I still don't know how you do that one. That's far more impressive
He's a little
than anything
tear,
I can
but
do.
I love him to bits.
Doc, the
But-
more you are talking about this, the more you feel a migraine coming on.
Doc sits back and kind of sighs and rubs her temples. This is why I don't tell people either. People shouldn't know this. People shouldn't understand this. This shouldn't be something people do, but I did. In a really messed up kind of way, I decided to make a deal with what I thought
Or
was...
you can finish. You get such a flashing white hot migraine that you feel like you're gonna black out. And at the same time, Scotty and Mary Sue hear a cacophony of howls, wolf howls, somewhat close to where you all are.
She just stops talking, obviously, and starts aching and does the thing she did
Like,
earlier where she
really bad, like,
grabs her
so
head.
bad.
She like grabs her head and starts.
Scotty reaches into his pocket, pulls out a pack of Marlboro Reds, fishes around for the one that's not a Marlboro Red, hands it to Mary Sue, light it, blow it in her face. I'm going to check on this. And then he pulls this massive pistol out from behind his shirt. And I'm going to check on that out there. Just, she'll be fine. You'll be fine. Light it,
Yeah.
puff. Just don't inhale too much. You ever done it before?
I don't go
Okay,
deal with
okay.
the
And I walk out to my car and I open the trunk and I pull out my assault rifle that I have and I kind of hide it. And as I just kind of stand and look and see if I see anything coming around my house.
Are you standing within like where the light of your front porch hits? Or are you
Yeah, I'm
going
still
away?
within the light of the front porch. Yeah.
Okay. You don't see anything from where you're standing.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the joint in my purse. I'm gonna take out some Tylenol. Yeah.
I can't move. I am in such a blistering pain that I'm not even aware of what's going on.
Pull out the. Maybe this calls for aspirin. I'm gonna take out the aspirin, hand it to her as best I can.
The pain does start to subside now that you have stopped talking.
Are you okay? Do we need to go? I can take you home.
Let's make sure that Scotty's okay first.
I'm fine. What about me?
Do we need to call?
No, don't call a doctor. There's nothing a doctor can do about this.
Well, I was gonna call your
Heather?
partner. Yeah.
I don't like when Heather sees me like this.
Well, unfortunately, when you're with somebody in that way, you don't really have too much of a choice, honey.
Fine, you can call her.
Okay. I'm gonna use your phone.
Does Scotty have a phone?
No.
Didn't think so.
Scotty goes, all right, it's in the kitchen.
Get about 2
Scotty,
steps
are you-
inside.
Does your rifle have a scope on it?
So the assault rifle does not, but my hunting rifle does. That I
But
will
you
also
have-
that I will also use.
But you said you were picking up your assault rifle, correct?
Yeah, I was grabbing my guns out of the trunk of my car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna look through your scope, just kind of get a closer view of
Sure.
things around?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to walk a little ways away from the house? Not too far away, still in the proximity,
Yeah,
but just into
sure.
the woods a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. Roll to investigate a mystery, please.
That's a 7.
Okay. So you're walking, you hear some rustling. You are very good at hiding your presence, tracking, being stealthy, and knowing how to follow living things with murderous intent.
What?
Not a better way to phrase that. So you go out and you switch to your hunting rifle, and you find somewhere to perch on, and you are just scoping around, and you hear some rustling. You point your gun in a certain direction, and you see along a clearing a pack of wolves. Not a large pack, 4 or 5 of them. And do you sit and watch them for a minute?
Oh yeah.
I would say since you've lived out here, you're fairly familiar with the wildlife, seeing animals come and go and their behaviors. These wolves are not acting like you would suspect after watching them for a minute or two. They're not acting normal. They seem in anguish. They seem like almost you remember when you were deployed. You were staying in a small town that had a lot of stray animals, and a lot of these stray dogs were infested with rabies. And this almost reminds you of that. Very weird, jagged movements, feeling like it looks like there's something physically is wrong with them, and like they are in pain, but they can't quite get to what is bothering them. Like it's almost something internal, and they just look wrong. And they're kind of snipping at each other, but not really. And then one will start howling, but it's a very disconnected pack mentality. And then they hear the door close as Mary Sue goes inside, and they stop. And then
I'm gonna take one out before they manage to. Yeah.
Roll to kick ass. Roll to kick some ass.
Okay. That's a 15.
15?
I rolled 12. Yeah.
Yeah, Jiminy.
I rolled 2 6.
Jiminy. Okay, so you very successfully. And where do you want to hit this thing at?
I mean, kill shot right behind the shoulder blade. Take out the heart. Both
You
lungs.
get the one that was acting the most odd, that kind of started the howling. You get him right behind the shoulder. He goes down immediately. The rest of the pack stops, smells, and then takes off running. He is out. You don't have to track him or anything. And I will say, since you rolled so high, it is a very close trek for you to go recover the body.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it.
Yep. Perfect.
I'm gonna bring
Mary
it back.
Sue, you do not find a phone. You can investigate if you want, but there is no phone to be had.
Nope. I would have popped back outside the moment I heard the shot.
Perfect. And Doc, you feel like you got punished. Like you got reprimanded by a parent that was like slapped you on the wrist saying, we don't talk about those things, right? You would just have this like mental feeling of, oh, I did bad, right? And somebody's unhappy with me. So Mary, you come running at the house here, right? Echoing through the woods.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Doc's just sat there with a blank stare,
Yeah,
staring
you're
off into
probably
the
in your own
distance.
head, I would imagine, at this point.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Eventually come walking back into the woods with a dead wolf over my shoulder.
Oh,
One of these.
Ew.
And I just throw it on the porch.
I feel like we haven't had a problem with them in a while.
Yeah, these were acting real weird too. Reminded me of rabid animals, specifically dogs, not wolves, that I've seen before.
Take a step back from the dead wolf. You don't think it does have rabies, do you?
No.
Does it look like a normal wolf?
Looks like a normal wolf. Maybe a little thin, missing some patches of hair. Looks like where it could reach, right? Missing patches of hair where it could reach to. It's haunches, basically, right? It's ripped out some hair. It's a bit thin, and it is it was drooling but not frothing like you would know with rabies, right? Like there's a very distinct look. It just looks like a very unwell wild animal.
You got some rubber gloves in that that purse of yours?
Probably not in my purse, but probably in the van.
Can I get some?
Yes, I will take him to the van. I will open up the back door, and I have a box that I keep the goods in, including the gun and the gloves and, you know, her cryptid kit.
I see the gun. Nice. All right. Put the gloves on. I'm gonna gut this thing. I'm gonna take out its innards and see if there's anything wrong with the heart or because where
I
they're
feel
kind
like
of
this should
grabbing.
go without saying, but don't eat that.
I mean, if I cook it long enough, it'll be fine.
No, don't eat that, Scott.
If I cook it long enough, it'll be fine.
Ugh.
What are you looking for
I'm
specifically?
fucking with you. I'm looking to see if there's anything different. If there's anything wrong with the inside, the heart, the lungs. If there's anything that looks like it's, you know, corrupted or it looks like there's something wrong with it. I'm just looking for anything that's out of place in the body.
Go ahead and roll to read a bad situation. Plus sharp.
Okay, 10.
Nice.
Yep.
The fucker, of course you guys are rolling well. You
It's that DM look,
yeah, it is.
the DM juju.
I'll give you this. You very clearly see that nothing internally is wrong with this wolf.
Okay.
It looks like it has not eaten. It has very little stomach contents. And what you do find in its stomach, I'll give you just a little bit more. What you do find is some berries that are not harmful. You know these berries are not harmful, but they are found at just a little bit higher of an elevation than where you guys currently are.
These things aren't from around here.
I just kind of look at the mishmash of guts.
Actually, a pretty clean job that he's done with this, and I
To Mary Sue, it is a mishmash of guts.
Doc's eyes
Did
have
you string
shifted
it up
from
and everything.
what?
Did you string up the wolf and all of that?
What'd you say?
Am I breaking up?
No, you're just talking when we're all talking.
I can't hear anything you guys are saying, so maybe I'm not hearing you guys.
What'd you say?
I said, did you string up the wolf?
Oh, yeah.
Over a tree and all of
Yeah.
that? Yes.
It's strung up and it's cleaned, and I mean, I didn't skin it or anything. I just, I gutted it and
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything inside looks normal. The berries, like I said, not too far out of your elevation, just a little bit. And it just looks like it has not eaten for a while. And you can tell by how thin it is, it probably has not defecated for a while. So it probably had these berries maybe like a week ago. And it just looks like it's been in some sort of mental anguish.
Doc's eyes have shifted from like the forest, and she's just been staring at the dead corpse the entire time,
Okay.
very blankly.
Well, don't worry, Mary. I'm gonna burn this, and I'm not gonna eat it.
Appreciated.
You know-
She's not doing well.
She'll be fine. I'm not an idiot. I just play
I
one on
know
TV,
you're not.
right?
I-
Okay. All right.
I know you're not. Judgment is another thing, but I know you're not an idiot, Scott. I do think I should get Doc home to Heather, though.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, come on, Doc, honey. We're gonna take you home.
Doc doesn't say a word. She just stands up and immediately gets
Kinda-
into the car.
Guide her by the elbow, and we'll take her home.
Right. Anything you guys want to discuss in the car? Or is it a pretty silent ride?
All I say the entire time is, everyone's going to think I'm crazy.
Nobody's gonna think you're crazy.
Everybody's going to think I'm crazy.
Nobody's gonna think you're crazy.
You think I'm crazy.
I do not think you're crazy.
She doesn't say another word the entire ride.
All right, it's a pretty small ride because you said it's a pretty short ride. You said you live just on the outskirts of town too, so you probably live maybe a 10-minute drive from where Scotty lives. So you do get back home to your little cottage that you share with Heather. Do you get out and go inside?
Yes.
Right. As soon as you walk in the door, Heather is there to greet you, and their face just drops when they see you. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you good? Are you okay? You don't look okay. Did something happen? Did you eat bad shellfish again?
I tried to tell Mary Sue and Scotty.
About your
That.
yeah.
Mary Sue wouldn't have pulled away immediately. She does the whole like wait until they get inside and close the door.
Probably standing in the doorway
Okay.
with the door open, just like their hands are like on your face. And
They all think I'm crazy.
well, crazy is subjective. We know this.
I think, should I just show them the library? Like, do I just take them in
baby
there?
steps? Baby steps. We've talked.
I had a vision.
Okay. You know what? I just put some water on the boil. I will make you some tea. Hey, Mary Sue. Hi. Thank you.
I turn around and just wave,
So good.
blow my kisses.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get some tea. Got it. And they close the door.
Yep.
They will usher you in. They make you tea. You describe what happened. They console you. They have nothing to offer as far as information goes, but they are very concerned about you and very much dote upon you in a, not a motherly way, but in a very like, I'm concerned, but I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna make you tea, and then I'm gonna grab you a blanket, even though you didn't say you were cold, but I don't know what else to do, kind of
Sounds
thing.
very British. That sounds like a very British thing to do.
Exactly. And I don't know if you get any sleep, but eventually they will, kind of lead you to the bedroom and like try to, maybe like scratch your back to try to lead you to sleep. They do eventually drift off. Whether you sleep or not is entirely up to you.
Excuse me. I think that Doc's sleep ends up they end up falling asleep with their partner in bed, but throughout the night they keep having these nightmares and can't seem to stay asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Where they keep feeling like every time they fall asleep, something's trying to reach out to them or talk to them, or whatever it was that affected them earlier is still there somehow.
And I would say the premonition that you had, Doc wouldn't know this, but since you didn't roll super great, the premonition that you had, it keeps getting fuzzier and fuzzier and less easy for you to remember and less easy for you to see as vividly as you originally did. Okay, everybody gets sleep. Weston might stay up and study all night. We're not sure. Cock-a-doodle-doo, morning comes bright and early. Mary Sue, you wake up to the smell of some really nice fresh coffee brewing made by your lovely husband, Bobby. He's getting ready to go to work. He has his little grocer apron on. He dresses very nice when he goes to work. Button-up shirt, little tie, his dress shoes. He takes his job very serious. Deanna and Weston, do you guys walk to school?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably walk the sisters to school and then walk to school.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know that this is it's like, when school gives you one extra day, this is the last, even though it's Thursday, this is the last day. You have a half day tomorrow. That's basically, right? Remember those great half days? This is where today you're taking all of your tests. Tomorrow you get a half day to dick around, and then you have the weekend and the next week for your spring break. So we will start with you two going to school. Anything of importance that you guys want to do while you're at school besides going to your classes, taking your tests?
I would probably go to the school library to see what they have on occult books
Okay.
and paranormal, specifically looking for anything pertaining to Celtic holidays.
I'm not even going to have you roll for this. You don't find anything.
Yeah.
This is a very mundane high school that probably has outlawed a lot of books, right, that they feel are too radical for teens to be reading. You ask the librarian, there's not even a section. She goes, occult? My dear, don't get that stuff in your head. That just leads to drugs and bad relationships.
And Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, and role-playing games. My God.
Oh, well, thank you for warning me. Now I'm so glad you prevented me from taking
there's a
drugs.
good romance section. There's some good ones in there. They're steamy.
What about like meditation or celibacy?
Come again?
This is the 90s.
Meditation.
Medication?
Where's your books on where are your Bibles?
We're actually not allowed to. You need to do some research, don't you? There's been some development about keeping religion like.
I'll just go read the romance,
Okay,
and I'm just gonna go wander and start while she's not looking. I want to try and like doodle some ghosts and a bunch of random page margins and a bunch of random books.
Yeah, she is very unaware of what's going on. Is Weston doing anything besides the norm?
During study hour, I would probably go and see about kind of the same thing as Deanna. However, I would be asking the history teacher, or if there was like a world religions teacher, depending. I mean, probably not for a small school or for a small town.
Not a.
But
shitty-
any like eclectic teacher, because my mom would know anybody that was eclectic, anybody that might be interested in Celtic holidays. I'm
History?
specifically wondering about the Celtic holiday.
Okay, you can either talk to your history teacher for obvious reasons, or the most eclectic and worldly would be the art/drama teacher.
Okay.
And everybody's like, yep.
I miss the 90s so much right now.
Me too.
Right? Yeah.
Who are
So,
you gonna talk to?
Let's see. I would probably talk to the I'd probably talk to the art teacher.
Okay. We're gonna call them. My brain just went completely empty of all names. that
Mrs.
people have.
Umbridge.
I was.
Ugh.
No.
I was also gonna
And of
make
course they go by their first name. They don't allow you to
Art
call them
teacher.
Mr.
Bella.
This is right.
because every art teacher I had in the 90s was a female, so I'm gonna switch it up. They go by
Saws.
Not
Saws was my art teacher's name.
Oz. Not a fan. Sorry if you're watching. Gregory. Mid 40s, heavy set. Wears a lot of pleated pants, scarves, ascots,
Nice.
but not really well-made ones.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's bought pot from Scotty.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in and they are erasing, shit off of the chalkboard.
Yeah, no dry erase boards yet.
Yeah, dry erase board. Not, at least not here. Not in Huntington, Townsville.
Oh, not in the 90s.
All right.
So, hey, Greg, I have a question for you.
What was that? What do I hear? Inquiring minds?
I do. I have a mind and it is inquiring.
What could it be about? Art?
In a matter of speaking, it's about a Celtic holiday.
Come in.
Greg's
Yeah.
last name is Pamplemousse.
Look, I gotta send an ode to Pamplemousse at sometimes.
Oh my goodness. Did we decide on a name for this Celtic holiday or no?
You guys have not found a name.
Okay.
Come in.
So I have a question.
Sit down.
I sit. What
He
do you
sits
know
in
about
his chair and looks ridiculous. He's a big feller.
Yes. Who cares? What do you know about Celtic holidays that are celebrated in grand fashion?
I do know some people get a little crazy in the drinks on St. Patrick's Day.
Ah, no way.
Yes. Do you
Have
want
you ever done
some
so?
gossip? Oh, yes. I once did visit Ireland. Very beautiful. Cold, let me tell you. Lots of stone fences. Lots of stone fences. Beautiful.
I can
They don't
believe
put
it.
ice in anything they drink over there. Not my
Oh.
favorite.
So I've heard. Yeah. But you don't know anything about holidays, huh?
What? Are you looking into your ancestry?
No, I heard that there's a holiday coming up and I was just curious about it. I didn't know anything about it and I was just, I don't know, it just made me curious.
Well, I mean, spring break is among us.
Right?
We have some crazy plans. Well, I do. Not that I need to share them with you. I will be going out of town, little excursion. I would say a good place to look about upcoming holidays would maybe be town hall. They usually have a calendar of events, national holidays. Maybe they have some records on international holidays, if that's what you're interested in.
That is a brilliant suggestion. Thank you.
You're what? The mayor loves company.
What's
Don't
the
go-
mayor's name?
The mayor's name is Liza Furnett,
Liza Furnett.
and they are a they them.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that is some brilliant news. That's a great place to look. Because, yeah, I've only heard, vague things about this holiday that's coming up, and I'm just so curious about it. So,
What do you know? What do you know? Dish, please.
all I know is that it's supposed to be sometime next week, so maybe sometime during spring break. I don't know, so maybe I'll have to get over to town hall to see what I can find.
Let me know what festivities you find out, and if there's any dancing or crazy costumes, I am in.
Well,
don't
I mean,
like-
you're out because you're out of town, but
Afterwards, come back with some information and we'll do a play. No, an art project. Free writing. No. Yes, free writing. All about this holiday. You
Love
inspired me.
I'll give you any information that I find. Hopefully I find something.
I'm sure Town hall is a great place for information. If the mayor's not busy, have you met? You've met Liza, yes?
I'm sure I've seen them in passing, but I've never met them in person.
Takes their job very serious, very approachable, brass tacks, cut and dry, friendly, not big on sharing.
That's a lot of very contradictory things you just said.
They are complex.
Okay, good to know.
It's like a type A personality, but with emotion snuck in.
Okay, good to know.
Like a Picasso.
Like a Picasso.
Yes. Do you want to have lunch now? Did you come for lunch? Sometimes students come to have lunch in here. This is a safe place.
Yeah, that's totally what I came for. Yeah, let's have lunch.
He pulls out an entire spread with plenty to share. Like
Cool.
homemade, like heirloom tomato and cucumber salad with a little bit of like basil sprinkled in, like some good ass food.
That's adorable.
Anything else either of you want to do while you're at school? You gonna try to sneak away from any classes, or are you gonna buckle down and do your tests?
Tests. If I happen to pass, Deanna, at any point after this, I will mention the town hall thing to her and be like, town hall, that's a good idea. Let's try to do that maybe tomorrow or tonight after school. But I'll just mention that in passing.
Okay. We will get back to what happens for the rest of the day for you guys. Going back to everybody else, what are you all up to today? What are you all up to today, if anything in particular relating to the mystery or anything that you have? I mean, you do have normal lives that you have to go about doing, or some of you. Is there anything any of you are getting up to today?
Scotty's gonna try to track those wolves back as far, like, he's not gonna like go as long as they've gone, but he's gonna spend the daylight hours tracking those wolves back as far as he can to see if he can determine where they come from or see anything weird around this mountain/forest area.
Okay, hold on, I'm reading what you sent me.
Okay.
This is you.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood. Okay, so you're gonna investigate the surrounding area?
Yep.
I want you to investigate a mystery. Well, which one? Let's see. Tell me what you're doing. Take me through this. Take us through Scotty.
Scotty he's gonna go back to where he killed that wolf, try to find the tracks, and follow those tracks back as far as he can throughout the day. And while he's following those tracks, try to see if there's anything unusual about the forest. Just anything watching him or anything out of place, things that shouldn't be there, other animals that shouldn't be there. He's just gonna just walk the trail as far as he can in daylight hours, and then once that's done, he's gonna head back home.
Okay. And you're spending the whole day doing this, yes?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
you wake up early and walk until about midday before you have to turn around?
Yep.
Okay. So what time in the morning do you wake up?
Scotty's up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take off immediately?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna say you get about 7 to 8 hours of time walking,
Okay.
which is probably not a big deal for Scotty. I want you to either investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
I will. Okay.
They're both sharp.
Yeah. I'll read a bad situation. 9. Yeah, 9.
Let's see. Read a bad situation. Where am I? I want to use their actual things. Where are you at? I have too many up. You said to read a bad situation?
Yeah. So I hold 1.
Okay. Hold 1. What question do you want to ask? What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victim? Those aren't great questions. Let's go up to investigate a mystery. You can ask one of those, or you can ask what happened here, what sort of creature is it, which you know, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it doing, what was it going to do, or what's being concealed here. You get to ask one.
Let's see what's being concealed here.
Okay. So you spend the better part of the morning and afternoon tracking these things. You do see that the bullet passed through the wolf that you hit, and it seems like maybe it nicked another one very briefly, because there is a little bit of a trail of blood that you followed to begin with. And then from there on out, you're just following broken twigs, scat, things like that, footprints. You do see that they are heading away from town, going slightly uphill, right? Climbing an elevation to an area that you're familiar with. It is just outside of town, and we're gonna rewind that.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you one question. Are you following where they came from or where they're going?
I'm gonna follow where they're going.
Okay. You follow where they're going, and you go deeper into the woods, not gaining an elevation. What's being concealed here? You find that they are incredibly easy to track, easier than they should be. Almost as if they are fleeing something quickly. They're not being stealthy. They're not thinking straight. They are leaving very clear tracks. So what you determine is they are scared of something, it seems like.
Okay.
You do not find them. You do not really see any other animals that look out of place. You encounter some wildlife, not quite as much as you normally do. But it seems like the wolves have not gone deeper into town, but they are skirting around the edge of the mountain, not following any tracks that they made in, but also not going further into town, just like trying to disappear.
Okay.
Doc, what were you doing?
Sorry, I muted myself. Doc was in her library, her mystical library, trying to find anything on what kind of festival is supposed to be coming up, what this new holiday that that the kids were talking about is. She's just trying to find that. She also asked her partner before they left if they could scour the college libraries and see if they could find anything for them as well. I assume the college is probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, so she won't hear back from them anytime soon.
And you're looking through, tell me what kind of books you're looking through, and you're looking through holidays that are coming up but that haven't been celebrated, just anything that rings a bell with what the kids were talking about.
Any kind of dead holidays that potentially were celebrated this week, anything like that.
And tell me about
old
the library
biblical
that you have again.
It says, I'll just read it. It says, get a mystical library like the Expert's Haven option. And in the Expert's Haven option, sorry, I'm looking through all my paperwork.
A lot of information.
It says mystical library. If you use your library's occult tomes and grimoire, I can't say that word. I got dyslexia. Preparing with your tomes and grimoires, take +1 forward for use magic.
Okay. Is there anything with your use magic that would help you in this situation?
Let me see. At the start of each mystery, I roll plus weird, get a detailed vision. I can attune my mind to different monsters or minions. I can also cast spells.
Okay. So what I will
Understood.
say is you can roll to investigate a mystery. If you do roll high enough, I will then grant you that +1 ongoing for the next time you decide to use magic. So,
All right, let me roll real quick.
and then we'll get to a break here pretty soon for you guys.
And then I add my plus weird, right?
You're rolling to investigate a mystery. So if yours is plus weird, because you're not using magic right now,
Mm-hmm.
so whatever, normally it's plus sharp to investigate a mystery,
Okay.
unless
So
you said something specific otherwise.
okay. It says roll plus weird on a 10+, you get a detailed vision of something.
And that's just for your, to start, when you start a mystery though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not doing that since you already got
Okay.
detailed vision,
Okay.
so just roll 2d6 and add your plus sharp modifier.
Okay. Sorry.
No, there's a lot of information. No,
It is 12.
12. Okay. So you get to hold 2. So you can ask, and we can, like I said, we can play loose with these rules because you're investigating something. So not all of these questions are going to be exact. So we can play around with it.
Mhm.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? Or what's being concealed here? Again, the same questions that we asked Nick, but you can kind of interpret those if you want to ask something else specific.
I was gonna ask what's the name of the holiday,
Okay.
and then what is being concealed here.
Okay, so when you read deeper into some of your, and I'm going to say, especially from being with Heather, correct,
Mhm.
Heather?
Yes.
For so long, you do have access to a lot of very interesting old books. You do find, you don't get a name for the holiday, but you do see a lot of information about things called bog bodies that were people of wealth, a lot of times kings or people in high standing that were sacrificed in order to appease some sort of higher being. So like and I will say what's being concealed here goes along with this. Seems like when they were sacrificed, and it was done ritualistically, they, trigger warning for anybody who's mildly squeamish, they were first tortured, and this is actual, yeah, this is true stuff. They were tortured, and I'll save some rough death, organs removed, anything that can be seen as life-giving was taken from them and specifically offered as a sacrifice.
So like hearts, brains, things
Hearts,
like that.
wombs, brain, genitals.
And was this removed on all of the bodies in the different things?
From what the kids found out?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay.
And Mary Sue, we'll see what you're up to, and then we'll take a break.
Mary Sue is doing her normal mom duties, going,
Yeah.
errands, dropping off dry cleaning, going to the store, just kind of putzing around town doing mom things.
Perfect.
But she is kind of more open-eyed, kind of really asking people how they, normally it's like, how you doing today, Jim? And it's like, how are you today, Jim?
Right. All right, what do you think? Give me 1 second. I'm not as quick as Nick with improvising.
It takes practice.
Okay. You're going about town, stopping at shops, picking things up. saying hi to people, being kind of on the lookout. But as the day goes on, nothing weird is happening. You're kind of relaxing a little bit. You know, you have your third iced coffee of the day, and you see 3 people, late teens, maybe early 20s, that you don't recognize, and you feel like you know everybody that's in town. They're just walking. They seem to have just come out of a shop, and they're walking down the streets, and you notice them because they are dressed all in black. And I don't mean like in cloaks and everything, but like black jeans, black band tees, sunglasses on, you know, probably one of them has a flannel tied around their waist. You do, some kids around here dress like that, but not really, because there's not that many people to impress, right? It's not like anybody got to try too hard. And they come out of a shop and they're walking down the street, just kind of talking with each other in close proximity.
I conveniently have errands in that direction.
Perfect. Do you get out of your car to run these errands, or do you follow them? What are you doing? Explain to me what you're doing.
I am.
Or do you go where they came from? There's multiple things you could do.
Can I see what store they came out of?
Are you gonna park your car?
Yes.
If you park your car and get out, there are 2 shops that they could have come out of. There is a candy store, and there is a record and cassette, like secondhand dealer. Music shop.
I'm going to check out the music shop.
Perfect. You go in, there is some playing, right? Like it's loud, it's aggressive. Blinds have the windows closed, records hanging up everywhere, band t-shirts. You see some guy like behind the counter just like, and goes back to what he's doing.
Yeah.
What does Mary Sue do?
I'm going to peruse the cassettes. Find
Okay.
some Blue Oyster Cult, Earth, Wind, Fire, like.
Perfect. You find some Earth, Wind, Fire or Savoy Brown, something to get down to. Easy enough.
I will go to the counter.
Perfect. That's it for you?
Yeah.
Never seen you. You never been in here.
You know how it is. Kids shove sandwiches and tape players, ruin your favorite tape. Needed my jams. Keep some mama sane. So, any new faces coming through other than mine, obviously?
Any new faces?
Yeah.
You talking about people or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, that's what? Like, I don't know. I haven't seen you.
You don't really see a whole lot of anything, do you?
You have, I don't know. Stephanie got a new haircut. She looks a little different. I don't know, man.
I did notice that. She looks very nice.
Wow. Whatever.
Cool. So I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's get real, man.
How do moves work? Can I like try to use them at any point, or like is this like a?
Tell me what you're doing.
Okay.
And if I'm not picking up on what you're doing, but at the moment, like if you're trying to manipulate somebody.
No, I was gonna use my trust me.
Okay. Tell me about my trust me.
It says when you tell a normie the truth to protect them, roll charm.
Okay. So you're gonna have to somehow persuade him that you're protecting him and tell him the truth of something.
So I'm gonna be real with you, man.
Oh, dude.
My
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, dude. Okay.
Really
I'm gonna be real with you. There's some weird shit happening in town. Yeah?
weird shit.
Weird shit. And I don't know, it seems like it's got something to do with the music.
Dude.
Yeah,
Always, right? Always comes back to the jams.
always.
Telling you what.
I'm hearing some freaky
Beats.
beats.
Beats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
You're following
bomb-ass bass
my
rock.
rhythm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm worried that there are people like
that are gonna blame the music industry for the corruption of the youth. I've been telling everybody this.
and I feel like, yeah, they're hiding. What is that word that you guys use? The posers. Yeah?
Posers.
Yeah. Somebody's
Yeah.
trying a little too hard, maybe. Have you seen anybody new?
Posers. Tell you what. Do you see those fools that walked out of here like a couple minutes ago?
I thought I did.
Posers, man.
They gave me real poser vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Those shirts they were wearing, brand new. Not
Ugh.
even worn in, you know?
Ugh.
Like, they probably paid full price. Capitalism, right?
Gross.
I know, it's disgusting. They were like, blah, blah, blah. You got tickets? And I was like, yo, of course I got tickets. You got money? And they were like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, oh, you're going to spend money for music that much? People would, you make me sick. Jimi Hendrix is turning in his grave right now. You know
Tickets to what?
that show. And he points behind him to a poster.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, right.
And you see a black and white sign that just says Krekas. Krekas. In very typical 90s metal, like jaggedy, hard to read.
Cannibal
You know.
Corpse, but
The
Crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Trust me. Poserville.
Yeah.
I want to go. It's like super expensive anyway.
How much are tickets?
They're like $100 each.
Oh, that is disgusting.
I know. Like,
And those kids just came in here and threw down that much money?
probably from their parents.
Obviously.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I
All
right?
right. Yeah. Does the
Man,
poster have a date on
you're
it?
Cool as shit.
Thank you.
A mom,
I know.
you're like, you a grandma?
Not yet.
Groovy grandma, man.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And what did you ask?
Is there a date on the poster?
There is. It is for this coming Sunday night.
Does it have a time?
Would that just so happen to be 4 days from now?
Maybe. There is not a time.
Okay. Yeah. And you say the show's going to be Poserville? Ugh,
Paying $100 for music?
that's ridiculous.
Free, my dude. Are you gonna pay for that record?
Absolutely.
All right. That's $2.
Cool. I will happily fish out my $2 and give it to him. I'll throw him an extra $1 for a tip.
Ooh, you just made a best friend.
She's good at that. I will happily take my new music, my record, and my tape, and I will go back to the van.
Perfect. That is where we're gonna take a break. We will be out for about 10 minutes. Hang with us. We will see you soon, and we will continue our Monster of the Week campaign. Welcome back, everyone.
Ooh.
Hopefully you all stayed with us. I don't have Twitch open, so because I will distract myself with it. We are playing Monster of the Week. We are continuing. If you don't know what's going on, why not? We start at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time every Wednesday. Get with it, yo. All right, so we just ended off with what everybody, for the most part, Scotty, that took up your whole day.
Yep.
Doc, you are spending, I would say, the majority of the day in your library. This is not easy stuff to find. Sorry, I had a burp coming on. Mary Sue, I would say also that's probably the majority of your day, running errands, getting that stuff done. Soon it will be picking the kids up, dinner, whatnot. For the 2 children that are at school, nope, that's not gonna happen today. Cool, you guys take your test. I do want both of you to roll plus sharp for your exams that happen today, though.
Love it. Dice rolls.
Ooh. Wait, 2 dice, right?
Yeah.
2 dice. I was like, that's not great.
That's better.
2d6 plus
11.
11. Cool. You are on mute.
I know. I was
Okay.
complaining about the fact that I lost a dice. It's under my
Okay.
desk somewhere, so I'm pulling out another one.
My first roll from when you died from
Holy
KT,
shit.
and it rolled a
Oh,
4.
nice.
It's the
Pretty.
she
So
shell.
I only got an 8.
Okay. And Ash, would you say you got a 9?
11.
11. Okay. You both don't know what you got yet. Obviously, it happened the same day. Deanna, you do feel like things were fairly well prepared. Weston, you feel a bit tired and preoccupied thinking about things that happened yesterday. Maybe thinking about what your mom's doing, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else besides Scotty, because that pretty much takes up your whole day. Anything else that anybody wants to do with their evening?
I would like to go see Ralph.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to do? How are you going to find him?
So I decided to go have a meeting with people about the farmers market, blah, 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 blah. So I'm in town and
Okay.
I'm just walking around, and I walk around the usual spots Ralph would normally just be in.
Yep.
And I start kind of like browsing for him.
I did name him Stone's Throw Ralph for a reason, because you always find him if you're looking for him. So you do see him sitting in the middle of a park with some of his belongings just spread out around him. It looks like he's like unpacked and repacking his little rustic that he carries around with him. Enjoying the nice weather.
Hey, Ralph.
Doc, what's up?
Good to see you. Not
Farmers
much.
Market's not today.
What was that?
Farmers Market's not today.
No, it's not. We had to have a little meeting about the weather that's potentially coming up this week.
For what?
The weather that's coming up.
Weather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Weather. Gotcha.
Weather.
Sometimes the accent, you know. Weather.
I know.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it all the time.
What's up?
So, what's going on in town? I was just wondering what's going on. Do you know anything local happening? What's going on? Like, is there anybody around? Like, criminals? What's going on?
You are really interested in stuff lately. I like it. There are some people in town that I've never seen before. Quite a few, in fact. Couple groups of people. You know, not sure what they're doing. A lot of traffic at the music store. Let's give that store a name. Nothing's coming to me.
Dia.
Record Avenue.
Record Avenue. There it is. Lots of traffic in Record Avenue, man. Like, I heard Stephanie got a new haircut. I don't know if that's why. Heard she's looking pretty cute. Could be
Okay,
the
okay.
reason.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Also, graffiti everywhere. And it's bad. It's not even the good stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I've only seen one. Are you saying that there's more?
Yeah, there's one. You probably saw the one behind the library.
Yes.
Your what are you? Your cult
Book club.
Yeah. Book club.
Book club.
There's one there. I saw one. You know that little alleyway that's behind the switch and swap which is the thrift store here.
The thrift store? Yeah.
Yeah, the switch and swap. There's like that weird little alley that they keep their dumpster in. That the kids like to, kids. Who am I joking? I've definitely smoked behind that there with Scotty.
Oh, haven't we all?
There's back there behind the dumpster. I heard there was one at the other park, not this one, but the shitty park, the one that nobody likes to go to. There was something sprayed there. Yeah, that's all I heard about actually.
How many new people do you think you've seen?
Maybe a dozen.
About a dozen? Perfect.
Yeah.
What are you doing, by the way? Why is all your shit just lying around?
Shit.
I'm British.
Shit.
British.
Doc.
Stuff is shit.
He looks kind of offended. Well, my shit.
Don't take it personally.
It needed some airing out, reorganizing. Sometimes things just need a good
organization.
Yeah,
I get that.
Some valuable stuff here.
I do that with my shit too.
Yeah, your shit. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah, you get it.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
It's
thank
fine.
you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph. You were very insightful.
What's Heather up to?
How do you know about Heather? Doc rolls her eyes. Heather's fantastic. I haven't seen them in a couple of hours.
He was about to correct you.
Listen, I see her.
Off coffee sometimes on their way to the university.
What was that?
They drop me off coffee sometime on the way to the university.
Good to know. Good to know. I didn't know Heather did that.
You thought they only drank tea. Another English thing, am I right?
Sure. Yeah.
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 Sure. All right, I'm gonna do a quick inventory of my shit and then repack it up.
All right. Well, I'll see you later, Ralph. Thank you. You were very, very helpful.
He gives you the finger guns.
I do them back very awkwardly.
Yeah.
And walk away.
Perfect. Anyone else doing anything with the day?
I try to see how late town hall is probably open.
You get out of school at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Town hall is open until 5. However, you do not have a means to get there besides your skateboard.
And I have to pick up the sisters from school and take them home. So, okay, so tomorrow after school it is.
Because it's a half day.
Because it's a half day. Mm-hmm.
I would probably make plans with Weston to go check out the town hall tomorrow, and then scamper my way home and check my room to make sure my sister hasn't tampered with anything, and to check all my salt lines on the windows.
She definitely got into your room and messed with some shit, but she just she's what? How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay. She got in there to borrow some clothes that you don't let her borrow.
That bitch.
Bitch.
I will probably sneak. Is she home?
Yeah. She's in her room talking on the landline.
I'm going to go.
She has a phone in her room, right? She's got a phone. Or no. You guys have the phone with a really, 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 really long cord, and you see it going from the kitchen under her door into her room.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go walk into the kitchen and press the receiver to hang it up.
After me, you go, Deanna! And then you hear the door slam open and running.
I just steal my clothes, you.
If she catches you, she's gonna give you a knuckle sandwich.
I'm gonna run away. No, I run. I run cackling.
Anything else you want to do with your Thursday?
I will probably spend some time hidden in my room sharpening my steak.
Perfect. preparing for whatever's to come?
Yep.
Cool. All right, we're gonna move on to the next day unless there's anything else you guys want to do with today. Got some information, track some shit.
If my mom comes out of her room at all, I talk to her, but
She does
if
not.
she's stuck in her room,
You attempt to talk to her?
if she comes out of her
Is not.
okay. In that case, I'm just entertaining the little sisters.
Yeah, you have been through this before. When she is kind of in this state, you definitely have to be the caretaker of the family. You kind of have to take over. It's kind of like an unwritten thing that you guys have just agreed on. You get the smell of like incense and stuff coming, wafting out of her room as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Scotty, you make it back home. Anything else you're doing with the remainder of your night? You're probably going to be pretty tired from your trekking throughout the day. Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
Cool. Everyone goes to sleep. Before Doc goes to sleep, Heather does come home and you ask them to scour the library, correct? And did you give them all of the information on what to do?
Yeah, I pretty much was like, here's what I'm looking for. Here's kind of the background that I do know.
Okay. I want you to roll
anything you can.
2d6 and tell me what it is, and I will add plus sharp for Heather.
Okay.
What I think is appropriate for a professor.
10.
Okay, that's what you rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. They come home and they look like they're pretty exhausted. It is also exam season for the university as well. They have a long commute, a lot of responsibilities. They come home, decompress a little bit, and then when you're kind of just doing like pillow talk, they, I found, I didn't get much time to research, but I did find a little bit of information about the holiday. Holiday is a weird term for what you were describing.
What exactly is it?
It seemed, yes, it was a holiday. However, it was not celebrated yearly. It seems to be something that I still cannot find a name for it, but it seems to be something that was celebrated every 150 years. And it was, from what I've gathered, not much more than what you and your group found. Sacrificing of well-to-do or wealthy individuals or young individuals, people full of means or of livelihood, to appease a god, to bring their will about. And when I say God, I don't mean typical Christian or Catholic gods, but pagan ideas of gods.
Okay.
Sometimes dark beings, things that are feared, right? That you want to appease, to keep at bay, maybe, or to sway in your direction.
This kind of follows what I was looking up in my own personal library as well.
And I did find one more. I take a academic approach to a lot of this information, but did send a little bit of chills up my spine. The last incident was 150 years ago this year. So
Do you know where it happened?
You said that your friends had found some information, right? Your phantom finders, yes?
Yes. There seem to have been a lot of random suicides.
Yeah, suicide is a word for it. It doesn't seem that way. It does, from my research, it does seem like it was sacrificial, whether voluntary or not, I'm not sure. It does seem to have centered around the mountain, in this general vicinity. Obviously, before Hunterton Townsville was in existence. Things that they don't really tell you as a moving point of interest when you first get here.
Yeah.
But that's really
Not
all I
necess-
found. It's not in the local history books. I did have to do some digging.
I mean, I wouldn't really want this on the tour guide either.
Yeah, I
So.
suppose. How are you feeling today, though? Is this upsetting to you?
Not really.
Any
I mean,
migraines?
no. Why do you ask? I mean, I know. I mean, I had the little spell yesterday, but that was nothing.
I asked because of that, exactly. You are downplaying what happened, and I could see it on your face when you came home that you were not well. You were shaken. And
You know, when I talk about it, then it makes it worse.
I'm not asking you to talk about it. I'm simply asking how my dear wife is.
I love you, and you know I will be okay. But whatever this is needs to pass before I'm myself again.
Do not wait to tell me.
I won't.
We are in this together.
I know.
Let's make some tea
Okay.
and watch some really horrible TV before we go to bed.
British TV is way better, isn't it?
All right. So everybody goes to sleep for the night. Same thing. Next morning, Scotty, what are you doing?
So this is Friday morning now.
Yep.
Scotty will try to track down Mary Sue and maybe Doc to let them know what he saw the day before.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What, Mary Sue, are you doing your normal, taking the kids and? Yep.
Yeah.
What's Doc doing?
It's the day before the market, so she's just prepping that and making sure all her vendors are prepared.
So are you out where the farmers market happens then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say Scotty and Mary Sue, you would know where to find Doc. You know, the day before the market, she's out there getting everything ready, the booth installed and everything.
Okay.
Weston and Deanna, are you both attending school today? Are you trying to ditch? Are you going? What are you doing?
I'm gonna ditch. Weston, let's go ditch. We already took our tests. We know we passed them. Come on, let's ditch. There's nothing to do today.
If I've already dropped off the sisters at school, we've met at school so that we're meeting, yeah, I'll ditch.
Okay, but you two did meet at school?
Wait. If we
Yeah.
go to town hall during school hours, they won't let us in.
You don't know that. You could tell them that we were sent home early because we did so well in all our tests.
They're not going to believe that.
Who are they going to be hearing that from?
Weston, all of a sudden you feel something wet and small hit the back of your head.
Fuck you, Blake.
And then another ding. Nice little spit
I
wad.
just start walking. I don't even
look-
turn around and look. I just start walking.
I steal a quick glance at the size of the spit wads on the back of Weston's head, and I look over at Blake and go, "Your spit wads are probably bigger than your stick, you teeny weeny, and I start following.
Oh, he
Weston
is
along.
going to run after you with that comment.
Shit.
Him and his buddies, all of the hunters, as they call themselves, are going to pursue you then on their skateboards.
Time to run, run.
I just start running with
Okay.
Weston.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
running.
You don't outrun them because they have skateboards, so
Well,
they're
yeah.
faster. That's
Doesn't
how
mean
that
I'm
works.
not gonna try.
They normally they don't pick on you, Deanna. You kind of freak them out just a little bit. Because they can't quite get a read on you, but you insulted the size of his weenie, and he's a teenage boy, and he doesn't like that.
On our way to the farmers market, is there any chance that we see this?
Yeah. So it's a pretty small town. Doc, you are getting set up, getting everybody's booths together, getting signs ready, blah 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 blah, kicking out people that are in the way. Mary Sue, you probably just dropped the kids off, running some errands in the town square. Scotty, you're on your way there. Scotty, you park your what do you drive?
75 Firebird. Thank you very much.
Yes, you pull that in nice and smooth. Do you back it
Yeah.
in?
Oh yeah, he backs in.
I
Yep.
figured.
Yeah.
You back that baby in, right in like, so it's like there's town hall, there's a little gazebo, a little park that surrounds it, parking all around this, it's like its own little island, right? Parking around that, then shops that go around that. Does that make sense?
It's downtown Prescott.
Motherfuck. I guess that's what my 90s was. Basically downtown Prescott.
It's almost like city planners, use the same map a lot of
Yeah.
the time.
So you back it in, and you see Doc setting up, and you see Mary Sue's van kind of driving by. You guys notice each other, wave. I don't know if Mary Sue, you decide you want to pull over and say hi to them. But as Scotty, as you're walking up to Doc, it's not super close. It's across this entire stretch of park, right? It's not super close, but you do hear a little commotion, and you can't tell who it is at first, but you see two people running, and then 5 people behind them on skateboards gaining on them. And then you see one of them leap off their skateboard and tackle one of the people. Deanna, you have been tackled. And it's not Blake, but one of his goonies that tackles you to the ground. We'll call him Doug. Doug tackles you to the ground. His skateboard goes flying off in a direction, and he starts wrestling you and trying to put you in a headlock.
I'm going to fight back.
I'm going to say you do not have any guns, okay?
No, I was
You have no
looking at my
weapons.
moves.
You pull out your stake.
I was just gonna say, she's kind of. Would she have had her mallet and her wooden stake on her, or is that something that the school would search for? It's a small enough town.
Definitely
right?
not allowed at school. I'm sorry. There is a what classes would they call them? I don't remember. There's like an agriculture class and another one that yes, they'll teach you how to farm, so you'll have tools, and some people do have their guns.
Oh, like 4-H.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. But they are not allowed. They're very regulated, right? They stay locked up. You can't just be bringing wooden stakes and a mallet in your back.
Yeah, I thought so. I would probably start flailing and trying to smack him in the nuts.
Perfect. And then Blake is going to come after you, Weston, and he's going to try to skate in front of you and then slide his skateboard out to trip you.
Serpentine.
Look, I want to have a roll off with you. Just roll 2d6 and tell me what you get.
10.
He also got a 10.
Ooh.
So you guys are just having this standoff of him trying to trip you, and you're trying to dodge around him, and he's just like right in front of you, like blocking you, standing between you and where Deanna and Doug are. Scotty, Mary Sue, and Doc. Anything? Doc, you have not quite noticed what's going on yet. You're pretty preoccupied. Mary Sue, do you decide to park because you see your two friends?
Yeah.
Okay, you're parking. Scotty's the only one at the moment that sees what's going on. Can't quite make out who it is at the moment.
Still gonna head over
Definitely-
there.
Okay,
Still gonna head that way.
perfect.
There's a tussle. Scotty's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start making your way across the gazebo area, the mini park. And as you get closer, you see Deanna in a headlock and Doug just digging his knuckles into her head. And then he grabs her arm and says, "Say uncle, say uncle." And then you see Weston with Blake just doing like this. You're gonna get like Weston's trying to like get to Deanna, but Blake is like blocking his view.
I'm gonna
blocking Blake.
Walk up to Doug, and I'm just gonna grab the back of his jacket and pick him up like the Terminator in T2. He picks up the baby and looks at him weird, and just try to pick him up and look at him and say, "Uncle, motherfucker."
I do want you to roll to kick some ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because Doug is not a skinny boy.
Yep.
So to get him off of Deanna, it's not going to be too difficult for you to do. We're improvising some of the rules here. What'd you roll?
15 again.
The fuck?
I rolled 2 sixes.
gonna be
I'm
like a
sorry.
Yes.
This is.
You.
I mean.
Let's see.
You're gonna kill him.
And you're using pips, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you get on kick some ass. If you get a 10 or higher, you gain the advantage, obviously.
Yeah.
And you can either take one forward or give one to another hunter. Or you inflict terrible harm. You do +1 harm. Or you suffer less harm because he's gonna, if you are kicking some ass, he's also gonna injure you. Or you force them where you want them to.
I'm gonna force them where I want him to, and just kind of force him off of Deanna, and
Okay.
kind of like push him back. Yeah.
Perfect. So you go over and you pick him up and you say, "Uncle, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And he kicks you right in your bad knee. I just assume that you have a bad knee.
Yeah.
But you rip him off and pull him off of Deanna. He kind of trips and falls back a little bit. Looks like he kind of scuffed up his elbow. Your knee is definitely throbbing, but he is off of Deanna.
Okay. And I'm gonna point and look at Blake, and I'm just gonna say, "Blake, leave him alone. Walk the fuck away. Go."
You're sticking your dog after me, Weston. Can't even stand up for yourself, can you?
Who needs to with friends like this? I mean, you're not alone. You have 4 Goonies with you.
These are the hunters. And he points to his back again.
Well, you're not alone. You have 4 hunters with you.
Yeah, you're not even fighting back though. You're a coward.
I'm gonna walk up to Blake. I want to spin him around and rip the hunter's patch off of his jacket.
Whoa.
Damn.
Samantha is not gonna be happy.
She spent 2 hours sewing that on for him. Mm-hmm. Bought an embroidery machine for it and everything.
Make sure she reminds everybody that she her
Embroidered it
handiwork.
specifically. It's not just sewn on, it's embroidered on. Come on.
Yeah, it's done pretty well. Because she thinks it's like supporting the school, like he's really, got
H
really
for
great-
helping.
Yeah.
He's the worst of parents.
Hunting down the bad guys.
Ugh.
For the
I
helpers.
actually want you to roll plus cool because you're helping out another hunter.
Not that great. Cool. Yeah, it's a 6.
You got a 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do not succeed. What I'm gonna say happens is at this point, Mary Sue is parked, sees what's happening. Doc sees what's happening. And there is a little bit of a crowd gathering as you take Blake and try to rip off what you think is a patch but is actually embroidered in. And you just end up tearing his jacket a little bit. And when you let him go, you look around and see people are aghast.
What?
Not believe that you are tormenting a child. And then the crowd parts a little bit and you see Mayor Furnett walking towards you very sternly. Scotty?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind coming with me, please?
No.
We're just going to have a chat.
You can
You
chat
didn't
right
do
here.
Anything wrong? Doug tried to touch my boob.
These boys
Stop Doug
attacked
from trying to assault me.
the
They
five
attacked
boys.
us
Attacked the
5-on-2.
two.
Hold up your hand towards Weston and Deanna. Scotty, you just said it perfectly. These boys, you are a man. They will not go unpunished. But they are boys.
Right.
You are a trained, yes, physically
Trained what? Trained what? Say it. Say it, Mayor. What? A trained what?
And
Go
did
ahead.
he hurt them?
Go ahead.
Did he hurt them?
Say it.
Weston, I will be talking with your mother. I will be talking with Blake's mother.
Mayor, I'm over here. Say it. Say the word. Come on. I know you want to. A trained what? A trained what? Go ahead.
Weapon.
No, I'm not a weapon. But these boys nonetheless, 5 of them on 2 kids, other kids. You want me to just stand there and watch?
No.
Fuck you.
I would,
Go up. Yeah. Fuck you.
fine. I'd be happy to call law enforcement to remove you from the premises if you don't want to just have a conversation with me.
I want to talk to you right here. Talk. It's a free country, isn't it?
She points to everybody else, all the other kids. Why are you not all at school?
I was running from them.
Mm-hmm.
She looks towards Blake and Doug, who just look pathetic. No, people don't normally stand up to them. Blake, Doug, I know you did not do well on your exams yesterday. To school immediately. I will be talking with both of your parents. Deanna, they help you up. Are you okay?
I will be.
Puppy, stop it. Puppy, stop. Weston, were you injured?
No, I wasn't tackled like Deanna was.
Scotty, I understand you do not want to do what I'm asking. It's not an order. However, they look around and see a very large crowd gathering. I would love for you to come inside to my office where I may provide, she points to Weston and Deanna, some water, a little first aid as she points to Deanna's scraped knee and elbow, perhaps a Band-Aid, a comfortable chair to sit in, where I can hear your account of what happened. Don't think the antics of those, they point to where the hunters took off, children are unknown to me. But I do have to follow rules and facts in order to get results. So what I'm asking is if you would please accompany me inside and tell me your view of what happened, especially with the 3 of you. If you can corroborate your stories, it will help me to have some discipline some disciplinary actions taken against them. Is that okay with you, Scotty?
He looks at Deanna and Weston. It's up to them.
They look over to you both. You're not in trouble.
I
Deanna?
look at Deanna because I'm like, we want to make nice with the mayor right now.
I just nod.
And at this point, Mary Sue and Doc, I assume that you guys have come up. Mary Sue probably checking on the kids immediately. Doc, maybe, I don't know if you're checking on Scotty or keeping a distance. Okay, please follow me. And
Scotty limps.
They will lead the way. If Mary Sue and Doc join, the mayor's unaware at the moment. They're just leading you in. They probably won't say anything immediately, but do you guys join them? One of you maybe help Scotty if he's limping, and
I'll help Scotty.
I was gonna say Doc has like a connection to Deanna since she has babysat her since she was a baby, and so I feel like Doc definitely goes to this Deanna.
Okay, perfect. So you both help them inside. Weston, you're kind of sandwiched in between them. You enter into town hall. It is not grand, right? It's well decorated. It's nice, but it is simple and humble. There's some nice art up. Some things depicting items, right? You guys have there's a paper mill. That's kind of how this town got started, and what kind of brought money and people to the town. So there's some paintings depicting that, you know, just things that like you guys ever watch Parks and Rec?
I was just
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking about.
just
Like that.
thinking that.
Doesn't make a statement. This is gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. And they lead you, it's not a large building, right? It's one main hallway that tees at the end with a handful of offices. There is a courtroom in the back right, a single courtroom, not extremely large. They lead you into their personal office that's at the end of the hallway to the left. You go in, they pass their secretary. Would you mind bringing in some waters for everyone and some Band-Aids, please. Antiseptic wipes as well. Thank you. And then if you could join us in here when you're done. They sit down behind their desk. The secretary, you guys kind of just stand awkwardly because there's not enough chairs for everybody. The secretary comes in with waters, leaves. Mayor still doesn't say anything. Their secretary comes back, some fold up chairs, leaves. Mayor still doesn't say anything. It comes back with some Band-Aids, and then they sit in the back with a notepad out. Weston and Deanna, would you like to tell me what happened?
Yeah, Blake was harassing Weston, and I told Blake to leave Weston alone, and then he didn't like that, so he started chasing us, and we ran away. He threw spitballs at Weston. I think they're still in the back of his head. I go to pick. Ugh, gross. Blake spit. Ugh.
Yeah,
Is that what happened, Weston?
that's what happened. And we were running and we got all the way over here. And then Doug actually got up his skateboard and he tackled Deanna. And Blake got in front of me. I couldn't even get to Deanna. Blake kept blocking me off, and he was, I didn't know if he was gonna try to, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, Doug really had it in for Deanna, and so it was really good that Scotty came over. I mean, all he did was he picked Doug up. He didn't hit him or anything. I mean, Doug kicked Scotty. I mean, that's why he's limping now. So
Melissa's gonna say, we're gonna not role play this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Which is fine. What I'm gonna say, you guys tell your side, Scotty tells his side, the mayor gives like a principal or something. Just, I understand they harassed you with spitballs, with spitwads. You know, try to ignore it if you like, that kind of thing. Scotty, I'm sorry if I offended you. Like, please don't harass kids. Even like, try to show some restraint. You know, like, yeah, exactly. But,
Doc kind of made like a smirky remark of, well, then maybe people should learn to control their own children.
Doc,
Yeah.
you don't like, and they're like, Doc, you don't have children, right? Like,
Oh,
you know, and okay, but they kind of go through this, and then they say, why are you all here? Why are you all here? Why are you not at school? Mary Sue, what are you?
I keep an eye on Schmotions to Weston.
Schmotions.
Schmotions.
Scotty, it's rare to see you out.
It's a free fucking country, isn't it?
It is. Yes, Scotty. I promise you, I'm not trying to take away your freedoms or tell you what to do or not do. I was simply stating that I don't usually see you out. Conversation. I'm trying to make it friendly. I assure you. Perfect. Doc, setting up for tomorrow, yes?
yes. Why were you guys around me?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
It looked
we
like
were going to school,
like, fuck.
and then we got attacked, so we ran. So that's why we're not at school right now.
Yeah, I figured that's why. I know it. I understand why you two are here. What are you two doing here? And she points at Mary Sue and Scotty, very confused.
It's a free fucking country, isn't it, Doc?
Scotty, I don't need this right now.
I mean, when am I not in any place in town?
She's got a
Very
point.
true.
Mary Sue, I do want you to roll a plus sharp for me. And I'm gonna tell you what you saw if you rolled well.
Seven.
Oh, no, seven's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. You get one. Like, you get to ask one
Oh,
question. And since
okay.
you don't know what I'm just gonna tell you what you saw.
Okay.
You saw the tail end of this. You were kind of pulling around that area when this was all happening and parked very suddenly. You did notice that the hunters, as they call themselves, were dressed similar to those people you saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not exactly the same, but a little different than they normally dress. I would say specifically wearing black band t-shirts,
Little edgy.
a little edgy. And they don't usually act out this much either.
I swear it is getting worse with that boy. I don't know what Samantha is or is not feeding him.
Yeah,
So
he normally wouldn't chase me off of this
It-
far.
did seem rather aggressive, even for
Well, and
like
attacking Deanna, like normally they leave Deanna alone.
that does bother me. Mayor, have you noticed an influx of people? I'm seeing some new faces.
Yes, we do. I mean, next week is spring break, and with the show happening up at the fairgrounds, people are staying in town at the hotels, and people some of the kids have been testing the limits, if you will. I think they're just a little anxious for a break from school, but yes, I have. Yes,
Yes, I have noticed that. It's happening in my house as well.
Sure.
Children.
River, I take it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Okay. You said that that show's happening at the fairground.
Yes. The Clarkship County Fairground, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'd heard whispers about it. Yeah.
Nothing. Your children are much too young. I think I don't know much about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was rented out a while ago. They look around at all of you. It's not what we usually have, but times being what they are and money being money, we rented it out, and
What day was the show?
but it hasn't it's this coming
On Sunday.
It's on
Yes.
Sunday.
Oh, you do know about it.
Yeah. Whispers.
Okay. I've heard they have it rented for 2 days.
Oh, for 2 days.
Yes.
Oh.
Paid quite a while ago, actually, now that I think about it. They've had it booked for, I actually don't know how long they've had it booked. They paid up front quite a while ago.
Who booked it?
Oh.
I'm sorry?
Who booked it?
Oh, that's not all information is privy to everybody, Scotty. I apologize. Some of that is
Public record.
Can I read her mind?
It's
His
public
mind?
property. Public record.
Can I read their mind?
read to me your doodad.
You can read people's thoughts and put words in their mind. This can also allow you to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation without needing to actually talk. You can also manipulate someone without speaking. You still roll moves as normal, except for people will not expect the weirdness of your mental communication.
Okay, so you do still have to roll.
Okay.
What do you want? What are you wanting? What kind of information are you wanting to get?
I want to know who booked it.
Okay. Roll plus sharp.
Plus sharp. 5.
Okay. What you hear is very annoyed thoughts. Frustrated, specifically towards Scotty, but a feeling of empathy, of wanting to be able to connect, almost a feeling, not a feeling of being sorry, because that to them is disrespectful, but a feeling of that they really want to do the best they can. They're trying to make this a good town, and they know how they can come across, especially to people like Scotty, and they're trying every tactic they can to get across to him, and they are very they feel very defeated. And then I will say a little bit of information you get these on that is they are trying to remember who did, I have to look that up. Like, they don't recall who booked it, but then when Scotty says public record, they look over to their secretary. Hillary, can you get the contract, please?
Thank
She
you.
just stares at Scotty. They stare at Scotty. Hillary gets up and runs out. And so,
Should I take the children back to school?
no, I will contact their parents. At this point, let's be honest, we know there's nothing academic happening at the schools today, and I don't think it would be good for you to be around the hunters, as they call themselves.
No.
Let's just stay here for now, and if your parents cannot come pick you up, Mary Sue, would you be able to give them a ride home?
Yes. And I can save you I can talk to the parents. I can talk to their moms Fill them in. You are a busy person. There's a lot happening. I can talk to the mothers.
Thank you. I probably still will reach out, but I do appreciate maybe a little bit of a padding coming from you before I do talk to them. And then Hillary comes back in at this point with like a manila envelope, hands it to Liza Fournette. Liza looks at it and is like, oh, flips through a few pages. Huh. Well, Hillary, are you sure this is all of it? Yes. She looks kind of nervously at Scotty and is like, you're not going to be happy with me.
Mm-hmm.
It does booked anonymously.
And
Paid.
you let that fly.
This was before I was in office.
How fucking long ago was this?
How long? Yeah, how long ago?
This has been booked for over 25 years.
This band has been a band for over 25 years?
You know, they close it and put it in their desk. I feel like our records, you know, we've been having some issues with this. I will look into this. I will say it's not a top priority. I do apologize. It has been booked. The show is happening. But it seems like maybe the records, something got missed. There's not a lot of information. The calendar, it's as you leave, you will see it on the calendar for you. And I'm sure Record Avenue has some information on it as well. They have seen a surplus in business this past week. Now, if you don't mind, I do have some appointments. Thank you so much.
Mayor,
Yes.
we, Deanna and I actually did want to come here after school anyhow. We were wondering if we could see
They look
records.
excited, like you're interested in.
Yeah, we were wondering about possible records about holidays that are coming up, anything historical that hasn't been celebrated for a while but is in the town's history. Just anything like that that's coming up.
Okay. Hillary, will you show them out and get as much Weston, give as much information to Hillary as you can about this holiday that you're inquiring about, and they will look into it for you and get back to you as soon as if they find anything. Is that sufficient enough for you?
Yeah, I'm sure Deanna and I can talk to Hillary. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Just provide her with all the information about that you know of this holiday, and they will look into our records. I'm unaware of anything coming up besides spring break, but they'll do some digging for you in our records, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
They stand up abruptly. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Fernie.
Thank you, Scotty. Always a pleasure. And you guys fill in Hillary with what you're looking for, the kind of information you're looking for. Yep. Perfect. Hillary leads you out. You can stop and see the calendar. There's a series of events, little things. You know, every Saturday is the farmers market. You see those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. It just says Clarkship County Fairgrounds concert. That's all it says. Nothing more than that. Then there's some other things. Bake-off competition, you know, kids circle at the library on, you know, Sundays, things like that. What do you all do?
And Hillary, when can we check back on when you might have information?
They look even more busy and haggard than the mayor did. They have like holding all these files and soon, very soon. I will it's important.
It is important. It's very important.
Okay, yeah. They look down at all the files they have. Like,
I mean, we're able to help. I mean, if we're able to look through things too, I mean, we're able-bodied.
I can handle those 4 if you want me to.
We're really good researchers. We can help you.
well, I mean, some of it is not all public access. They look really nervously to Scotty.
Just
Did you
hand
check
us
the
the pub-
library?
yeah.
Did you talk to Tildy?
Yeah, we already went through the library.
Come back tomorrow, I guess.
We can help with
You
the, with
you
the
are
public
an
stuff.
angel. We really should let them get back to work,
Yeah.
kids.
Thank you. And if
Thank
we
you.
can help with anything, let us know.
Yeah. No,
I
I'll probably just stay here all night. It's fine.
If you need any help, give me a call. Public record and all.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you don't have a phone, I think, right?
How do you know that? How do you know that? Why do you know that?
everybody knows you don't have a phone.
Public knowledge. And they back up.
I dig into Mary Sue's purse for a
Give a head of white
shield
pages.
Hillary from Scotty's view.
He's trying to get a hold of you for some complaints and code violations.
I dig a cookie out of Mary Sue's bag and I just put it in her mouth. Here you go.
I'm allergic to nuts.
There's no nuts.
They look to Mary Sue.
There's no
think-
nuts.
Okay.
There's no nuts.
What
They
fucking
are
code
Like almond
violation?
flour.
But I'm going to try my best to hurt the this poor woman. Heavy dose of mom face.
What?
You.
What?
This is not. I'm coming back to you, sir. You too.
Don't blame them.
Not blaming them. I know you two. That was very aggressive of them. Nothing. You didn't do anything.
I might have insinuated Blake had a tiny peepee after he gave, some spitballs.
Okay, so a little bit. Still a little aggressive on their end.
Yeah, I mean, Blake and his group have never really tackled anybody
No,
that I know of before.
This is new. So have you guys heard any whispers around school about the upcoming show? What was the name of that? It was like Crocus.
Krampus?
Krampus?
I mean, I've heard the name around, Krakus, but I mean,
Yeah.
just
That's-
of like people talking about it and people maybe going, but I mean, not
I have-
people that I know.
Okay.
I've done some research that might be a little important to what we're looking into.
Should we have an impromptu meeting?
I think
Should
so.
we get in the van?
I think we should all just,
Wait a
hop over to the library.
fucking second. I'm not getting into any fucking van.
It's got to get in the fucking van.
I'm gonna drive my car to the library. You will
You
follow
don't have
me.
the room reserved.
I was just gonna have the meeting in the van
Yeah. Get in the fucking van, Scott.
while it's parked.
You can have front
You don't need to be
seats.
driving.
I'll crack the windows. It'll be
So
fine.
happy you remembered that, especially as your character.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
so glad I
fine.
didn't eat any beans today.
Get in your fucking van.
As I open the windows further.
I
Okay.
get in the back and you just hear
Absolutely not.
what?
On. They're almost adults. They know what
No,
it is.
not in my van.
It's just a cigarette.
Not in my van. If
After
you so
school.
wish you could stand outside the window
Speak.
and whisper sweet nothings to us through the windshield. Scott. Okay. So, saw creepy kids coming out of the music store. I popped in, talked to, no, what's his name? Seth or something. The shaggy one. I'm surprised.
I don't remember his name.
The shaggy one.
It's
You,
just
you
another
know the one.
20-year-old.
Seth?
Yeah.
That's who I buy pot from. Yeah.
Yeah. I bought some lovely music the other day. Anyways, I bought music because I saw creepy kids coming out of the thing. They're not from here. I know, not from here. Dressed all not from here. Edgy.
That's like everywhere.
Edgy. They were dressed edgy. Gave me bad feelings. Went in, talked to them. There's a poster, something about $100 tickets to a show.
What?
For this Crocus, I don't know. Crackus.
So, I actually heard of the same show from Ralph.
Oh.
And Ralph was talking about these new people who are coming into town for this concert. But that's not really what I was focused on. I haven't really had much context to these people that are coming into town. Me and Heather have done a little digging. I asked Heather to go to the college and look through their libraries.
Mhm.
And I also was looking through my own personal library, and I found out a few things.
Mhm.
So what Heather told me was what we have been considering a holiday isn't necessarily a holiday, and it's not celebrated every year. It's celebrated about every 150 years, and then I just go on and tell them all the information, blah, 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 blah.
So from my memory, so the mass suicide that I read about, I thought was 120 years ago, but maybe it was 150 years ago?
It was 150 years ago. She actually found more data on that exact experience as well.
Mass suicide.
Yeah, there was like instruments and stuff and
Music.
Y'all, you kids threw a
Music.
lot at me yesterday.
Music.
Oh, that's what the
Bands.
music. Okay.
New band.
New
In
band, new music.
town.
Oh,
oh
150 years. Oh,
150 years coming this year.
on Sunday.
And I don't
That lines up
necessarily
to when the
think-
threatening emails and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh.
So what
I
do we do?
don't-
Do we go to the fairgrounds and burn everything to the ground, or what?
Well, I
I
certainly don't have
mean-
$100 to get in.
I mean, what kind of, we need to start looking up entities. What kind of dark things
Just
feed
Entities.
off
Entities.
magic?
Burn.
Anything named Krakus?
I haven't found anything named Krakus. No. Not yet, at least.
Maybe
I
Tildy will
haven't
know.
been look. Oh, yeah, maybe Tildy does. Oh, I
Hmm.
see. Somebody just wants to go visit Tildy. She's a little young for you, though, isn't she?
Deanna, focus.
How dare!
I have a
Focus.
very specific type.
I really hope
Oh.
it's not Tildy.
Oh, it's Oh my God, I already forgot the other lady's name.
No.
Is it
Frankie?
Frankie?
Frankie.
The
Is it
Frank.
Oh, it's Frank.
No, it's not Frankie. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, Scotty's in love with Heather. That's why he talks to her every other day.
Okay. We're getting sidetracked. Weird romances aside.
Who's
But
sitting
Scott,
in the passenger seat?
What?
Who's sitting in the passenger,
Passenger
seat?
seat.
I probably automatically tried to sit there just because I'm so used to being in her van.
Yeah.
Scotty's in the backpack. Like,
Okay, Mary Sue, you see over Weston's shoulder, Hillary, just like sticking their head around Weston's head, like through the window.
fuck!
Weston, honey,
Ah.
roll down the window.
Hillary!
Hey,
Hillary! What? Yeah! Hi!
you hand crank it down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you done already?
No, I haven't
No.
started.
I was gonna say that was really fast.
I'm really busy. I'm sorry. There's been so much happening, and I feel like, Scotty, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if we tried calling you and you don't have a phone number. If you need a phone, I'll get you a phone. But you really gotta fix those code violations. I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know. I don't know how quickly I can find the information, but you guys were talking about the concert with the mayor.
Mhm.
There's a little bit more information.
Oh.
Because it's like, I don't know if I can help you with the holiday thing. So I thought maybe like if I gave you this, maybe you would, she looks at Mary Sue. Did you bake those cookies?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
I thought maybe, like if
Yes, I will bring you many cookies.
I'm allergic to nuts,
I will definitely keep that in mind.
tree nuts specifically.
Okay.
So you'll wash your hands and the
Yes.
countertop.
Yes. The payment for the cookies, please.
Oh yeah.
So legumes are fine.
Legumes. I don't want bean cookies.
You ignore him.
I'm sorry.
Damn it, Nick.
I'm just imagining bean cookies.
Sure, I could make it delicious.
It's probably something like
Black
Hey,
beans, chicken,
peanuts.
Like a black bean
soybeans,
hamburger.
edamame.
Peanuts are legumes. Peanuts are legumes.
Yeah, true enough.
So no peanut butter cookies.
There
What's a
was
legume?
I don't know who reserved it, but I do know that they paid extra. They were gonna bring, because normally you guys have been to some of the summer concerts, like, right?
Yeah.
The sheriff will be out there, right, like making sure nothing happens. They paid extra to bring their own security, and I have heard that they're here already, and they have a lot of security, and it's gonna be they rented out the whole thing, not just, how like for the summer shows it's like, like you just go, you like park in the parking lot and it's just like that little like
The
first
little zone. Yeah.
not the whole thing.
Oh.
Wow. They expected it to be big.
And
Yeah,
their own security a lot?
they got their own security. Like they must be. Do you think? I haven't heard of them, but do you think they're really famous?
Does that mean that the sheriff is not going to be there?
Correct. That's right.
Okay. Well,
Good
that's
to
good to
know.
know.
Yeah.
You guys said that at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make sure that the parents are aware.
You guys aren't going, are you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Yes.
$100? Absolutely not.
I mean,
Who has that kind of
imagine
money?
if you did,
I mean, Scotty, I'm not surprised you have that kind of money. Look at that car that you drive, but
it would be super.
What are you saying?
No,
That
she's
you're
not saying anything. She didn't mean anything by that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Hillary.
Hillary.
and ready to fire. Haha.
when
Tomorrow morning.
expect the cookies tomorrow morning? Okay,
Tomorrow morning.
I'll be here. I'll be, like I said, I'll probably sleep here. So,
Mm.
I can sincerely help you out with what you got to do tonight.
Scotty.
I don't want to be near you.
That's
It's
valid.
best to be upfront.
I kind of back away out of Scotty's view.
When she's out of your shot, I'm like, hurt?
Okay.
Your type?
Roll the window up. Roll the
No.
window up, Weston.
So what were you? Oh, you were talking about the research.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, Mary Sue, what do you put in those cookies? She seemed really addicted to those. Can I have
Love.
a cookie?
Normal things.
People will do a lot.
Yeah, you
for
can have
baked
a cookie.
goods.
These are really good.
Yes,
Anything
they are.
you guys
It's
want
the
to do?
cinnamon. The cinnamon gets everybody.
Before we wrap up.
Well, the whole fact that there's not going to be any local security there is a big red flag to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's
Because
a lot of
I
security.
have a feeling that the only security there is going to be like, you can only be in if you paid a ticket, and
Mhm.
these are the people that are going to be the sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
and,
like they're so expensive.
That means I can kill all of them.
No,
I know.
Scotty.
That's why I'm like, should we just let them burn?
No, we're not. No, we're not letting anybody. What are you?
I mean, what if
This
we
is-
keep helping them by burning it down while people are
This
in
is
there?
me
I mean,
being facetious.
Oh, you were joking?
Okay.
I was being serious for a microsecond, but yeah.
So
Why
what you're
don't we-
saying is the double entendre. You were saying what you really meant but masking it with claiming it was sarcasm.
We have to focus. We have to. Okay, number one, are we involving ourselves? Do we think this is the thing that they were warning us about with their weird threatening email?
Absolutely it is.
yes.
Yes.
So is this a thing we're trying to? Do I have to get a babysitter for Sunday?
Probably yes.
Yes,
Okay.
because who knows what in the world we're gonna be doing.
Okay.
How do we stop what we don't even know is gonna happen? There's gonna be a concert happening.
How
What
do we
is
get
gonna
in?
happen at a concert that is going to create a sacrifice?
I have my ties in the
You
area.
ask Ralph and whoever else, Scotty, if you can get. If you can help in any way, find us a way in. Don't kill anybody. I'd like to not go to jail. I know the sheriff's not going to be there, but
I think jail in this situation will be the least of your problems. Weston, do you think you could start looking up the word Krekus? Was it? Start doing some research on what that means?
oh, I could drop you kids off at the library. They got a free computer.
Yeah, I'll see if we can reserve the room at any time today or tomorrow when I'm volunteering there.
Good.
Cool.
Or
So
we could just go and look through the books.
Yeah, that's true.
cool. So you two get out of my car. I'm gonna point at Doc and Scott. I'm gonna take the kids. We're gonna find out what we can. Play a game of telephone or whatever to let me know at home. I guess.
There's no
what you
handle on
find
the
out
inside.
later. Get out exasperately and go let him out of the back. Get out of my car.
By the time you get to the back of your car, he's already got a lit cigarette in his mouth. Thanks.
Oh. Air it out a bit.
Doc has to go finish up the farmer's market stuff for
Go
tomorrow.
do that. Go
yeah.
talk to your seedy underworld people or whatever.
The seedy
Everybody
underworld and
parts
farmers market.
ways. The kids will be dropped off at the library to investigate what Krekus means. Everybody else is going to see if they can reach out to their contacts, see about getting tickets to this apparently very hard to get into concert. That is where we're going to call it tonight. I personally would love to continue playing for another hour, but I think people have school and stuff in the morning, correct? So we are going to call it there. We will be back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time to continue our Monster of the Week. Be sure to tune in because we are actually going to start getting into some combat, some sticky situations next week, a little bit more interesting and picking up the pace with this specific mystery, which will then lead into our next mystery because we are doing this for just over a month. So thank everybody, thank you all for upping your subscriptions, Celtic Boar, anyone who subscribed or if we had any donations.
Dale,
thank you.
Dale A also subscribed. Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale.
Resubscribed.
We appreciate anyone who just watched. We love you all. Please be safe out there and we will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Yay.